Ahoy there, welcome back to HighFleet. While we were transiting the lonely desert, we stumbled across a little civilization of hidden people who have offered to give us shelter from the enemy. We only had the radar picket that was passing through. We noticed some towns and roads, so we split him off from our main transit across the desert, and the rest of the fleet are heading to Osh. Meanwhile, we've got the flagship who is slowly making its way towards Zephi, where she will refuel again for another leg of the journey. We've got a radar picket here outside the town, making sure there was nothing inside that was dangerous. But everything's looking good. You are approached by officers from a landing team. Tarkin, sir, it's too quiet out there. They insist that you should seize the Doyen's palace and critical city infrastructure at once before it's too late. Yes, we'll send in the troops. The ground troops move swiftly and they capture the Doyen's palace, the wharf and the fuel stockyards without encountering resistance. 10,000 gold for free. But we're becoming somewhat of a dictator. Got a bunch of extra aircraft here that we could buy. A couple of point defense missiles, buy some standard anti-ship missiles. Ooh. Nothing else really that we need. Got the smaller radar, but we don't have the large one. I'm after a large radar. And we'll put an extra AK-100 while we've got the funds. And that's how the Hobart was planned to be. We'll put her in the docks. Costing 1 hour of time. No, let's just leave her there. It's only an hour. And we'll try and save money. Yeah, we'll try and save money. We just spent a decent amount. With what, 12 for 15,000? 20,000 we spent. Let's spend some more. And this will be the Hobart Mark II, or the AK-100 rather, because this is how she was intended. I may make the other one a 130mm ship. Just so we've got a bit of varying capability between the two Hobarts. We get some extra fuel, so we can make it to at least one of these other towns here on the outskirts. Probably the signal station. Alright. Okay, so it's going to take a fair amount of time for our mothership to reach Zephi. We've got a decent array of airborne armament for our air wing now. Rockets and bombs, all sorts of stuff that we can use to attack a strike squadron if we find one. Fairly decent range as well. Alright, meanwhile our advanced team here are heading to Osh, and we will catch up with the radar picket. And the hidden city will be somewhere to run back to. It may not be utilized by our mothership at this stage though, but it will be a good place to marshal some forces from, to drop in on intel stations and stuff later in the campaign if we need to. We'll break off the Hobart to attack Osh, refueling the other Hobart squadron. Things are looking good. I don't really have a plan yet. I've just been marshalling up the funds, trying to fit out the Hobarts to be their maximum strength, because we brought them in underprepared, and that was to save funds. No, don't prepare the what have I done here? I stopped the Hobart. Oh no! Oh, my tanker made it there first. Alright, this is dangerous. This is a totally unarmed tanker. I can't just quit the battle. Uh-oh. That's what happens when you talk too much. You don't worry about the fleet. So we've got to try and get this ship off the battlefield before the garrison wakes up. And that flash tells me they've woken up. I think they've sparked the engines. Oh, here comes the first cannon fire. Oh. The Huon class tanker is not designed for this sort of fighting. Or any type of fighting. Oh, one missile hit. 2 hits. That was very lucky. Now we just have to try and get the Kui off the field. I don't have maneuvering thrusters, but we can just use the main ones to skirt along the top here. And we're out of battle. I hope that didn't alert everybody. So we'll retreat from that. We don't want to retry. I don't think we could get any better response. And then the Hobart rocks up last. Alright, let's get some revenge there. That was well planned, if I do say so myself. Now this Hobart has the 130mm on the bottom half of the ship, as well as the AK-100s. So a lot of firepower here. We just dodge out of the way of the shots. Alright, the hard one's down. We just need to take Courageous out. And the anti-ship missile doing its job. So aside from getting our tanker seriously damaged, very far away from the mothership, she did survive and we will have to repair her. Take the fuel. And the radar picket is arriving to go. What the hell just happened then? Alright, secure the fuel tanks and then we'll take the anti-ship missiles, I think. Because they will explode as well. And then we'll take the ammunition. Second force is almost fully fueled. Can we intercept the mothership? Is this fleet fast enough? Let's give them some more fuel. Go all the way to Zephi, I think. We might just bypass those empty towns for now. I do want to really make contact with the enemy strike squadron, at least in this episode. So we are going to be a little bit aggressive in the early stages of this campaign. We are at alarm state. Trying to find survivors amidst the wreckage. And Zephi still seems clear. The next stop would be Sheba, I think. So we'll send the whole team there. We'll delete a few of these things out of the way so the map's not so cluttered. Yeah, we did a fair amount of damage, but not as much as I thought from that missile. We lost 2 engines in the landing gear. We're going to stay here for 6 hours max. Let's just get the landing gear back for now. 3-hour stop. I'm not going to dare trying to land that thing yet. Was a Tarkin here as expected. A group of swordsmen spot you from far away and they greet you in full uniform. It is a professional necessity for Jarati pirates. In the name of the Empire, I welcome you. I can't believe what I'm hearing. This guy he hates Romanis. Uh-oh. Alright, we have to try and con him into joining us. Let's pander to him. Obviously he's alarm, since he hates the Romanis. Let's talk about the war and why it's necessary. Right, he values force because he's a pirate. We get a good speech bonus. Well, since he's a pirate, it's all about the weak making things bad for us. So yeah, we'll go with this route. He hates law, that's good. Being a pirate. Alright, good speech. What's next? And let's talk about the decline of the Romani Empire. Even though that's who we represent. Since he hates Romanis, we know that. Oh, we go. We managed to get a full bar of reputation from this fellow. Where are the other Tarkans? There is one north of here, but it's quite far. Thank you, I appreciate it. So we've scored ourselves a new ship and a new character to help our campaign. We've got ourselves an Intrepid Mark II. I think the Intrepid is a heavier ship. Yeah, it's a heavy corvette. It's got a couple of 130mm cannons on it. Some bombs, which we might take off. Fairly good thrusters. Not super fast. Okay range, on par with our Hobart class. Take a little bit of armor off it, just to make it a little bit faster. Not too much off, though. And we might take the flares off the top. Because it has a lot of flare launchers. So we'll take the top flares off. That brings the speed up to about 250 k's. I'm happy with that. We'll find a use for her, even if we send it to the hidden city as a strike ship. Can't really add any extra engines to make it faster. No, I'm not going to mess around too much with the design. We'll just use it as it is. Can we add an extra engine anywhere? On the bottom. The refit isn't as intuitive as it is to build the ships. So that is a limiting factor. Alright, the Intrepid, how far can we go with a full tank? Can we send her off on her own mission? Not quite. We need to buy some supplies, top up the fuel while we're at a fuel storage depot. That will take probably an hour or two. How far away is north? So we've got a possible Tarkin at Eridu or Zemaran. Zemarame. I'm gonna murder these names, I'm telling you. Got a possible Tarkin here on this route. I like using the radius tool for some reason over the ruler. Okay, what is our next objective? We've got to wait for the mothership to arrive at Zephi. But the Hobart is going to attack Zephi first. We've got a radio signal inbound. Okay, let's try and find this signal. Pretty close. Alright, got the signal. Which direction is she coming from? There we go. Okay, so she's coming from the northwest. Northwest. And it could be fairly close. It could be coming from Deer. So we've got a transmission possibly here. And I'm going to say it's a trade ship based on that message. Looking for hydrocarbons. And we've had a second transmission. So it's probably... that little fleet hub there is coordinating some trade traffic. We're going to slow down the Tasman so that the Hobart can reach there first. So I don't really want to attack with our main ship. Once we're in range, we'll break the Hobart off. Rejoin the picket ship with the Huon tanker that's left behind. It says we don't have enough fuel, but we'll make it there. It's still within the ring. Cutting it fine. We don't want anything to go wrong when we arrive, because we have to spend a little bit of time here refueling. So that's why I wanted to check first before we arrived. We have a little bit of trade activity a few jumps away, to use hyperlane terminology. So let's move out to Hattusa, perhaps. Try and catch that trade fleet, if it is one. We'll also be able to get some intel on the local strike squadrons. Okay, the Hobart has arrived at Zephi. We've got 2 missile ships, so dump an anti-ship missile straight away to try and take out one of the ships before it launches. Managed to get him. Not dead though. Oh, we got a missile inbound. Dump flares. Oh, we've taken a serious hit. Oh, that's what I was worried about. Those missile pods on the port side have completely been destroyed. We might have to redo this one. I think I'm going to redo it. That was terrible. You lose 1 morale every time you retry. So launch the missile. We've got 1 coming back. Trying to dodge. There we go. Flared that one, but coming from 2 sides is dangerous. Oh. This might be a do-over again if we take another hit. Yeah, let's do it. We can afford the morale for now. And we're still getting used to this ship. And combat in general. Excellent. Took him out with 1 volley of the weaponry. Destroying half the town too by the look of it. I have to think about what I'm going to do about that missile weakness.
The enemy has been destroyed.
If we come up against something with more missiles than 2, we might be in a little bit of trouble. Full disclosure too, if you're expecting me to win the campaign, that might be not a thing that happens. But we're going to try our hardest nonetheless. We use all the dastardly tactics I can think of. We've got some time here to grab a mullet, 130mm cannon. Looks like everyone will arrive safely, but with very empty tanks. You see the formation streaking in there towards Zephi, which has recently been conquered. We'll head up the Tasman to full speed. All ahead full on the giant skyships. Next up, we'll have to take the fuel tanks. And then we'll be able to get another gun as well. So we just made 8,000 credits from that. The second Hobart will need to be detached. This one has slight damage, so I need to be careful.
Come back in one piece.
Recovering the fuel, 733 fuel, that's a lot, and enough time to grab this other gun.
Roger that.
I think the fact that he didn't even get off the ground contributes a lot to how much loot you get. It just seems to be that way. Right, 2 missile ships again. Well, missile armed ships. I think the Flower class has the most missiles of the smaller corvettes. Well, taking damage.
The enemy has been destroyed.
Oh, we hit one in the background without even aiming for him. Easy done, but we did take a little bit more damage. Okay, we will grab ammunition. Rest of the fleet ready to arrive. The Kui has escorted our brand new Intrepid to the Hidden People. If we get access to another tanker, we'll use that as a 3rd strike fleet, a much weaker one.
Welcome back.
But one that can go around and grab extra intel as we need it. Because intel on those places recharges. Okay. Don't really need to do anything, we just need to top the fuel up so that the Kui can go home. Despite being such a small craft, it can escort one ship a little bit extra. It does act as a very light tanker. The entire fleet has arrived at Zephi. It says we've taken damage to the Tasman. How is that? How did that happen? Let's land it and find out why. It's a big heavy boy for like 46,000 tons, I believe she is. Which is much heavier than the Sevastopol.
300 meters.
But also much more thrust capacity. With much bigger engines all over.
100 meters.
The afterburner's blowing away the town. Jesus, look at that, that's awesome. The sense of scale is amazing, I love it. And we're down safely. Setting fire to the nearby surrounding neighborhood. Okay, so what is wrong with the ship? Oh, okay. So it's classing all the missiles I took out of it as damage. That's fine, we don't need to replace that. They were just supplies, and I plan on probably turning that top deck into a full tactical missile silo, rather than having the normal anti-ship missiles, but we're yet to see. We'll see how the campaign unfolds and see what the strike fleets are like. We've got backup ships there, backup fighters as part of our fleet now, and we'll buy enough fuel to... Oh, we can't, we've run out of money. Uh-oh. That's okay, we've got a raiding party off somewhere else. Or we can send one out, rather. Fill them up enough to make it to a new base. There's no need for the Hobart and the Huon to stay behind. They can move on with their mission.
Roger that. Godspeed.
Alright, what next? We've got this arrival here. They're just cleaning up. Rescue operations are commencing. Grab the fuel tanks. And then the cannon if we can.
Over. Roger that.
Okay, they're well on their way. And we've got 5,000 tons of fuel to take on. But we don't have to keep everybody here for that. So we'll send out the radar picket as well. To join that formation. And the Kui as well.
Roger that. Godspeed.
So we've got our extra Jaguar class that we picked up from one of the Tarkans with our main fleet, and once I can get another tanker, I will start detaching off. I'll probably join the Intrepid together with a tanker and the Jaguar actually, and that will be our third strike squadron. Okay, we need to do a little bit more repairs to this damaged Huon tanker. Well, 3 hours worth of repairs. But we're short on engines. Pair this one up to standard. And should I put that cannon on? Yes, let's put the cannon on. And then the second one on the top. Go 3 of them. And then 2 AK-100s. The AK-100s, I like them. They just seem to have a fast fire rate. They're good against most ship types. This is just in my limited experience. If you know better, please let me know down below. The 130s seem to be nice. They pack a nice punch, but I feel like the higher calibers take too long, and they should be reserved for probably a larger ship. I don't think I'm going to fit in that little dock. No. So let's just land on one of the safe ones. None of them have got any good repairs. So let's... Oh, man. Let's go back. We've still got enough fuel. Lots of ability to maneuver in this ship. Let's land in the middle here.
Fuel 50%. Touchdown confirmed.
I think, if anything, it's got a little bit low in the combat time as well. I might need to add a few more fuel tanks to extend combat time. But I think that will require a redesign of the bottom of the ship. And a subsequential decrease in speed. Okay, that just made everything worse somehow. Worse, more time. Alright, so we'll have 2 130mm and 3 AK-100s. Just for now, because I think it was going to cost us a little bit too much to have 3 130mm, and we sold one off for extra cash. Call it the Hobart Mark II. That'll be the heavier variant. And that might be the one that we up armor as well. We'll see, we'll see. Grand Duke, we've captured a troop scatter communication center. Let's look for the strike groups. There is one directly north. Oh dear, that's very close. Strike group Pamir. We've got a strike group here. I like to leave a little note here just to make a note of their call signs. In case we get some transmissions, I will be able to refer to my notes. And let's have a look for an attack or attack squadron. There we go. There is a missile carrier, probably 4,000 kilometers north. So we've got attack squadron. And what was that one called? Owl. Harry Potter's owl. Gonna send a missile my way. Attack. Owl. Okay. So once they are destroyed, we will put a line through them. Okay, Intrepid and Kui. Do we want to use them? We're definitely going to use the jammer ship. I'm going to bring that up here to start causing some strife.
Orders confirmed. We are heading to the objective now.
I don't think a Hobart can take on a strike squadron by itself this early in the campaign. I'm not experienced enough. So I might maneuver. Let's see how far away they are. They're, what, 1,400 kilometers away. That's 14 hours if they travel at 110. If they travel faster, that's even less. We've got 6 hours of repair. I think we're safe there for now. And we're not at... We haven't raised any alarms. Can I... How far can my missiles travel? Okay. Oh dear. We have a transport. Trade fleet here at the town, and they are landed. Let's try and get them before they take off. There's a lot of ships here defending. It's way more than I expected. And after the last one where we got our butt handed to us by 2 ships, I'm a little bit concerned. Oh, get out of the way, missile. Oh, that was a close one. Oh, he's got rockets. Get out of the way of the rockets. They're just as bad as missiles. If they hit... Solid hit to the fuel system. Deploy the fire extinguisher. Get this guy below us. He's the most dangerous. Oh, more missiles. Shit, that was a major hit. Major hit. I think we're going down, boys. Oh, we're in a lot of trouble here. We lost a third of our triangle-shaped ship. The delta wing looking design that I brought. Let's restart. That was terrible. Alright, the wing pods are catastrophic when they're lost. So I think I need to get the missiles out of them quickly. We'll try and use our proxy rounds that we've been saving up just to get rid of the missiles. And also get rid of our missiles so that we're not so squishy. Rockets inbound, we're gonna hit the gas. We have 140 proxy rounds, and with this many guns we're probably going to burn through them fairly quickly. So we need to concentrate on our accuracy. Now this fight is costing us a lot, but we're going to earn a lot too if we manage to capture the prize ship. Ooh, that was lucky. I hit the wreckage. Oh, I'm out of proxy shells. Oh shit, just got hit by. We're on fire. Second missile tracking. Fortunately, we did get most of our ordnance out of the wings. We've still got 2 anti-ship missiles left. We can gun this guy down. Alright, done. Another missile tracking, but that's the end of it. Okay. Hobart lost its landing gear, I think. That missile hit. Yeah, we did. But we finally leveled up. What should we go with? Battle scars for quicker repairs? I'm going with guns. We want firepower to be maximized on this ship for now. Ooh, lots of spoils. We made 20,000 gold straight away, and all of these weapons here for collection.
Over.
But we still have the issue of the strike squadron. What are we going to do about these guys, hey? I'm tempted to try and bring one of the missile carrier over, the Woomera. See if we can't get some strategic missiles in on that strike squadron. Grab the fuel tanks. Grab the cannon that isn't dangerous to collect. The other one requires safety gear.
Over.
Refueling. Should I send up a radar picket just to suss out the strike squadron? I think I might. And then we can test this doctrine that I have in mind. The jamming and spamming doctrine. It might not work so well against missile carriers unless I use my dedicated missile defense ships for this. But yeah, we're going to send in the radar picket after we repair the Hobart. Your presence is urgently requested at the main hatch. There is a large agitated crowd of locals gathered below the ship. One of your men has killed somebody. The crowd falls silent as soon as they see your silhouette. They await your decision. Well, this is an internal fleet matter, so I'm sorry, but we will deal with him. There will probably be a court-martial involved if he's found guilty. We'll just throw him off the balcony of the ship. Okay. A little bit of damage here to the underside. Let's spend about 6 hours. Yeah, let's spend 6 to... Oh. We need 9 hours to be landing effective. Let's try land it.
Fire reverse thrusters.
This is going to be a struggle.
Beginning final approach.
We've got all of our engines still, but this landing gear and the odd shape of the vessel is going to make it want to tilt over.
300 meters. 100 meters. Everyone get ready.
If we mess it up, we can retry. So we're going to be super gentle so we don't break anything else as it wants to...
Structural damage received.
Okay, our landing gear broke and we've lost half the ship. That won't be the last time you see that. Let's try again. We'll take it much easier this time.
Beginning final approach. Fire reverse thrusters.
Silence for concentration.
300 meters.
There we go.
100 meters. Everyone get ready.
I've had a few landings in Elite Dangerous in my life, so this is I feel pretty comfortable doing this.
Confirmed.
And we want to add lateral thrust as she's tilting over. As gentle as possible. That's the best we could ever hope for, I think. Only slightly better repair time, but let's see. Yeah, 8 hours, much better. But we will spend 6. 6 hours because we have a strike squadron to our north. And if they decide to come this way, they will be here in about 12. We'll take on some fuel while we can. We'll use intel. Yep, they haven't moved. Got a trade fleet there. 2 trade fleets at Suva. One heading north, one heading south. Okay, so I think we're pretty good for strike squadrons. I think that's the only one in our immediate vicinity. So let's move up to Agtash, I should say. We're still taking on fuel in the Tasman command ship. And these guys are almost finished what they're doing. They've got an hour until repairs are finished. Speed that up a little bit. And we're done. Okay, the next system actually, the next town rather, is Dia, and we should be able to buy mercenaries there. We've got a little bit of money. So let's go there and see if we can find a decent ship. But first, we'll send out our picket. Our radar picket, just to see what this squadron's all about.
Confirm we are headed to the objective now.
And we're going to test this little theory I've got in terms of doctrine. Like, how annoying can I make this thing be while I take the time to call in an airstrike or a missile strike? Radar is on, so we would have been detected. We would have pinged on their E-lint at this range. And I don't know if they're there or not. So we'll have a look at the ground radar. They may be landed. I still can't see anything. Oh, one of my ships landed. Oh, that one landed. We did not want that. But we'll make use of it for the moment. The fleet HQ is right there. We could go and get some reinforcements, see what kind of ships are available. Once the mothership is refueled, which I think it's nearly done. They've finished collecting fuel, but we may need to buy more. Yes, we do. Just enough to get to Sheba. Alright. Alright, things are looking good. This strike squadron to our north is still our major concern. The radar picket didn't pick up any sign of them on the ground. But we just did an intel sweep that says they're there. So I may move closer and see if we can provoke them. While our squadron moves to Dia to check out what's going on there. We do have to fight when we arrive. We've got a second Hobart heading to Agtash, which is also a place to buy ships.
Roger that. Godspeed.
Right, 3 courageous. This should be an easy fight. We've lots of firepower on this Hobart now. This is the AK-100 variant. Oh, sorry, the Molat version. So it's got 2 calibers.
The enemy has been destroyed.
Excellent. Done. Nice, easy fight. Finally reached level 2 with this ship. It is overpowered compared to what we've been fighting. And lots of supplies to collect. We need to get the survivors because they are almost dead. And shit. Yeah, we've split up. He keeps asking me and I keep panicking that I haven't done it. Grab the one that's not dangerous, grab the fuel. The other Hobart has arrived. Missiles inbound. We ran out of proxy fuse shells very quickly in this ship. I had 150 and we spent them very, very fast. So I may need to prioritize buying them whenever I can, and then only use them in select situations. That's why it might be useful to have a mixed caliber on both Hobarts. I don't know, I'm undecided. What would you do? Let me know. Okay, grab the bomb. 5 bombs. Okay, grab the fuel. So we're managing 2 crash sites at the moment. And I want them to hurry up so that I can get into that town and see if there's anything useful to buy ship-wise. Got a fuel depot that we can take over very shortly. Everything's dangerous, so we will forget about those. Let's take the fuel. Jumping between 2 crash sites, and I guess we'll grab that and hope we don't kill anyone. The hydrogen in the batteries exploded, killing 13 people. Oops. Should have wore your safety gear. We need to get the Huon tanker back to fighting stance. There we go. 2 new engines are required. We want to spend 6 hours here, no more, no less. So just one engine will be replaced. And we need to buy fuel. Oh yes, we have a Yars Mark II. Okay, so this... And what else do we have here? A Navarin, mainstay of the fleet. It looks like a bomber with Sea-Wiz and missiles. We're taking the Yars II because it's got 4 free missiles that are conveniently in range of this Northern Strike Group. So that means that I can move in the picket ship. I can move in the picket ship, find the squadron, the strike group, call in missiles while I'm pissing around, pissing them off, and they'll wait there and my missiles will arrive if this goes to plan. I don't know how effective the cruise missiles are. The last campaign I made, I just launched the nukes just to see how they went, and I got like 10 back. A good trade. Not. So we're not going to press the big red button unless it comes to the point where we're going to actually lose, and you know what? Screw you.
Attention, visual contact.
Okay, we have visual on the strike group. The radar didn't pick them up at all on the way in, or I'm reading the radar incorrectly. They are making their call. That means that we are making ours. First missile is a KH-15 cruise missile. It's radar guided after the point I set. So if I set it to go live just after my ship's position, there should be no risk of friendly fire. Assuming I keep the strike group busy. We can just really piss him off by circling around in front of them. Go live on the radar. I can see them on the radar now. They're very, very close. Yeah. So there's a definite ping in the air when you get a contact. Good to know. I'm not sure if the size of the ping changes with size of the fleet, but it looks like there's at least 3 ships there following me. They don't seem to be going very fast at 110. Is that their maximum speed? Missiles are halfway to their destination. They will go live, and they have like a 90-degree cone from memory. So we are in the danger zone a little bit with our radar picket, but there are hot targets between us and the missiles. Let's just try and get out of the zone. We've just made the strike group waste a lot of energy taking off. Yep, the missiles have gone live, so stay out of that cone and they won't pick me up. I'm assuming they will friendly fire you. Cruise missile has a lock. Here we go. Interceptor missiles have been launched. Sea-Wiz are active. Ooh, the first missile was intercepted. So that means we need to launch the others. We're at a disadvantage, but I didn't want to do overkill because I do want to try and loot these ships, if at all possible. The second cruise missile in that strike is about to go live. We didn't launch those ones. I made a mistake. Tick, tick. Set the point. In case they chase us, we don't want them to be... we don't want them to pursue us and then not be caught by the missile. Here comes the second one of our first volley. Interceptor missiles are out. We have hits, but...
Kill confirmed.
Kill confirmed. Unable to stop that second KH-15. We don't have enough fuel for the flight. Oh shit, we are. We've burned too much fuel there with maneuvers. That's okay. We can send a tanker out to recover them. Oh, I really want to send a Hobart out to intercept them. The Hobart will take about 4 hours to get there, I think. 300 k's an hour. Here they come. Second volley. They're missing one ship. They're out of interceptor missiles. We've had contact. No kill, but serious damage by the look of it. Last missile of our surgical strike.
Target destroyed.
2 strike craft down. We have 1 remaining. That means it's the Hobart's job to get out there and finish off the stragglers. And I think we're just going to have to leave. Turn off the radar so we're not alerting everybody to our position anymore. We have raised the alarm by doing what we did, so that is not a sustainable tactic what we just did. But if I get better radar, and now that I know how to read the radar a bit better.
Warning, radar emission detected.
Okay, these guys have gone live with their radar. Elint on the Huon tanker is picking them up. Let's just set a line back to where we came from. This makes sense to me, so don't worry. Alright, this fleet is out of fuel. We need to get them merged. Tanker fleet has landed to pick up the radar picket. These guys are moving in on us. We've just reached 2nd threat level on Elint. Elint 2. Coming in at 30 degrees. Thereabouts, 10 or plus so degrees, I think it is. Probably even 15. But they're definitely coming from where we know where they were. Elint 3, they are getting very close. We are probably within 700 kilometers. Elint 4, closing. Alright, danger close. We are in their radar scope now. Trying to pick them up on counter radar. Yep, we can pick them up on the outskirts of our radar. And they are approaching fairly quickly. Yep. So we have contact with the strike group. He's gone aggressive. He hasn't gone back to base. We're out of strategic missiles or tactical missiles. Basically only bought that ship for the missiles it had on board. And here it is. Now, if we don't beat it with the Hobart, we've got nothing to fight it with. So this is a little bit dumb on my part. This guy has the stronger weapons of the 2 Hobarts though, so let's see how we can do. We start the battle fully loaded. Missile away. Again. There we go. 3 Fox 3s have killed that strike craft before we had to worry about actually fighting him. I don't mind wasting the ordnance on that. Beautiful. Lots and lots of stuff to collect. MR12, we've got a fire control radar, that's high priority. MP21, Elint sensor. We'll take the ammunition though, so we don't lose anything. I think the destruction of our first strike group is a good place to leave this video. If you want to see more HighFleet, come back next time. Commander Tyrael, out.